Have you ever seen anything crazy from your camera in the cast iron?
On the old pipes, you see all kinds of fun stuff. There's
What other things can homeowners expect from getting a full home inspection?
being overwhelmed. There's a lot of information that goes in the home inspection reports. We're looking at your roof, we're looking at your...
Hi, it's Susan Casson with the Dallas Native Living channel, and one of the most important parts of the home buying process is getting a home inspection. So I have brought one of my favorite inspectors here today. This is Julian Kofer with Kofer Inspection, and we're just going to tell you a little bit about the inspection process and what it's like to be a home inspector. So first, I'm just going to start out crazy, okay? What is the craziest thing you've seen on a home inspection?
Okay,
that you can tell us about.
That's a good one. No, so I've actually, I've had a home almost catch fire on me during the inspection. And then some other little items, I see like wood stakes driven through sewer lines, PVC pipes in the sewer lines, and then just leaks, hidden leaks. A drain a bathtub and a waterfall comes out through the downstairs light fixtures.
Oh my gosh. I know, and we've seen a lot of leaks together.
Yes.
We have. And one of the things that's fascinating, I've been a realtor for 16 years, so I've kind of watched the technology as the inspections have come along. And I love that you have that thermal camera where, tell me about the thermal camera, what buyers can expect from.
So the thermal camera, it actually doesn't detect moisture, but it does see temperature differences in the walls. And so after we're running water through all of the bathrooms and sinks and stuff, then we can scan those walls and ceilings to look for changes in temperature and then just verify it with a moisture meter if it looks like it might be a wet spot.
Yeah.
It's a very helpful tool. Very, very helpful.
That's one thing when you're looking at a house. I mean, water can go lots of places.
Yes.
And it can cause a lot of damage. A little bit of water can cause a lot of damage. So I'm glad that you check for that. So what other things can homeowners expect from getting a full home inspection?
Being overwhelmed. There's a lot of information that goes in the home inspection report. Because we're looking at your roof, we're looking at your HVAC systems, your attic structure, your interior, exterior walls, opening and closing all the doors and windows, checking all of the available plugs, turning light switches on. We're trying to stress out the electrical system, running a ton of water through all of the plumbing fixtures to look for leaks and hopefully find any major issues with the sewer lines.
Great. Yeah, that's one thing that I love because I do a lot of homes and I work a lot in North Dallas and Plano and Richardson, and we've seen a lot of cast iron sewer lines.
Yes.
And they're kind of at their end of life right now. So I love that you can stick a camera down the cast iron and be able to see if there's corrosion. Or have you ever seen anything crazy from your camera in the cast iron?
And on the old pipes, you see all kinds of fun stuff. There's roaches, lizards. I've heard of like mice being in there and rats being in there. I haven't come across that yet. But always the most satisfying stuff is when you actually either like when you run the camera through there and you actually find a break or a collapse in the pipe, a big hole that justifies the cost of the camera inspection and then helps save a future headache.
Right, because what do you normally charge for a camera inspection?
So they'll vary. My fee is $225 with the inspection add-on. But they'll vary up and down depending on the inspector or the company that's being hired.
So $225, and typically if you had to redo your cast iron lines, I mean that can be thousands. I mean up to $40,000.
Yes.
And so I think the ROI on the $225.
Oh, well worth it.
$225 to get a camera inspection when the potential cost could be up to $50,000.
Yep. And then the peace of mind that you get too, just knowing that your pipes are clean.
Right. And it can also cause other trouble too. Like if you let it go, it can cause foundation issues, which can then be even more expensive.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I know we work a lot on older homes, but tell me some things. I always hear this from some of my buyers. Oh, I don't need to get an inspection because this is a brand new home. And the builder has to pass the city code inspections, and so I don't think I need to have a home inspector come out, like a third party disinterested third-party home inspector. So tell me some things you found in new home construction.
Well, see, actually, the house that I just did on this past weekend, it was a 4-year-old home, original owner from the builder, no insulation in the house whatsoever. So 4 years of living in the home, no insulation in the attic, and so that's high utility bills. Had they gotten that inspection prior to purchasing the home from the builder, the inspector could have found that. So other things are just, leaks. Now with some of the new code changes, I'm actually finding kitchens without the required circuits, missing ground fault circuit interrupters with a lot of the new construction. And then another one is just more leaks. Builders are not testing the appliance or the plumbing fixtures in their appliances like they're supposed to, and we find water all the time.
Right. So it's important to get an inspection at any point, if it's a new house or an older house. I know it can be a little overwhelming.
Yes.
Because you guys do have to test the house, even if it was built in 1965, you have to test it as if it was built in 2025.
Yeah, we have to treat it like it was built yesterday. And so there's a lot of items that we have to write up that meet current or that are supposed to meet current standards, even though when the home was built, those standards weren't in place.
Yeah. It can be a little overwhelming, and I kind of try to make light of it. Like we joke that, we could have a bingo card and, like there would be a free space in the middle that would be like a GFCI not working, or a maybe like a leak in the irrigation line, or the loop. What's the dishwasher loop? That one's always on there.
The air gap or high loop. Yep. That's missing a lot. Honestly, it's probably missing on mine at my house.
Oh, yeah. By the way, whenever I go to an inspection, I always come home and start inspecting my own home to see what was on your list that I have now in my house that I need to take care of. I feel like I need to go up in the attic, and I'll never crawl underneath my own
It's
house.
an experience. You should. You should definitely crawl under there.
I'll pay you to come crawl under my house. I'm not getting underneath there.
It's a lot of fun. No, crawl spaces are an interesting area. You just get to see a lot, especially with the older homes. There's easy view of the piping, electrical wiring, and then you get snakes and rodents under there.
Any like old Dr. Pepper cans or?
I find beer cans.
Oh, a lot of beer cans.
Yeah, from like the 60s and 70s. There's a lot of beer cans under a lot of these houses.
Yeah, I guess they just used it kind of as their trash receptacle and then put the foundation on and went about their way.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming here today and
been a
letting
pleasure.
people know about the inspection process. I know you're really busy. It's always hard to get in touch with you, but I'm glad that you took time from underneath a house or in an attic somewhere to come over and talk to my clients about the inspection process. So where can people find you? Tell us about how to get in touch with you.
So my website is probably the best and easy place, koforinspections.com. My phone number is 469-450-0020. Feel free to call or text to try to schedule an inspection. Like she said, I am busy. It's a really busy time of year right now. So as soon as you know you're going under contract, give us a call. Try to get it on the schedule.
Okay, real quick before you go, I know you're really busy, but how long can the buyer and the seller expect that you would be at the house when you do an inspection?
It's going to depend on the house and the services that are being requested for the inspection, but generally we can look at about between 4 to 6 hours for a typical home inspection now.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being here. Go
You're
have
welcome.
fun at
Thank
your
you.
next inspection. I hope you find something really crazy. I hope that it does not catch on fire, and I hope there's no leaks.
It should be a good one.
Okay.